This is Premium DLX,
and Speed Kills,
and we're here with another 2v2 Starcraft game. Today we're going to be showing you guys what's called cheese response, because we got like the ill cheese in this match. We got hit with like some of the cheapest tactics I think I've ever seen in Starcraft. So we're going to be going up against a Boy Schilling Brotoss player, and the Exotic Sparks, nice name, Zerg player. And what you're gonna see what they did. It's a combination of a cannon rush and a 6, I believe it was a 6 pool. Yeah.
It might have been a 10 pool.
No, it was a 6 pool. There's only 5 drones left,
there you go.
and he's not making nothing else. I mean, this was a really bad attempt at a cheese as well. So we did. You know, there's my good sportsmanship example right there. But yeah, you're gonna see how we responded to this, and I believe we did end up winning this game, and it was pretty brutal. It was back and forth. So
I ended up trying to wall off our expansions down below. I believe I did a little bit of scouting. I'm not sure if I did. No, I did not. But Boishling is starting with the proxy pylon, and
well, this is
going for the forge.
This is your vision, and that pylon was just outside of your vision.
Wow.
Oh man. Wow. So we got, you know, we're putting up the defense. I mean, on this map, it's very common for a Protoss player to wall off between these 2 points, allowing a little bit more protection for both you guys to take your naturals without, you know, without the fear of, you know, the earlier pressure, such as this. So now we got the Zerglings are coming in. The Boy Schilling, his forge is about to complete, and you know, we still have not scouted this. Now that was just poor scouting on both of our behalfs.
Definitely.
I mean, this Overlord moved up, would have seen that happening.
I believe I do see this. I might be raging at this point.
Yeah, at this point we have. We are going to have sight of the cannons going down, and you know, obviously the Zerglings coming in, and Boy Schilling is he's pushing up hard with these cannons. Meanwhile, I see this, and you know, I put up a couple of spine crawlers just to hold off any incoming Zerglings, just like this. And these spine crawlers are going to be more than enough to hold them off. You know, I got drones that I can pull off the line if need be. I try to funnel them in, get them caught, so that I can't get surrounded. But I'm not gonna take too much damage from this. I was fairly well prepared for the Zergling rush after having seen what they did to Speed Kills.
Yeah, thanks, guy.
So at this point.
But yeah, they one of the probes does get in my base eventually. I'm not sure if he's in there already, but it just, I mean, the way I reacted to this was very poor, and it was just, you know, it was just a disaster. I should have done a better job at you know, dealing with this. But I go back with a proxy of my own, and I start cannon rushing the Zerg player, which was I don't want to say the best idea. I guess if I cannon rushed the teal player, it would probably have been a little bit better, just because he doesn't have the creep to stop me from getting my cannons further up. But we do deal with those Zerglings fairly well. He's sending some more. Hey, if it doesn't work at first, you know, try again.
Yeah. So at this point, he's actually trying to contain me. I've made no attempt to get out of my base yet. I know what's going on, and my plan is to just bulk up, because there's no way, you know, a Zerg player is very hard to cannon rush, because you can't build cannons on the creep, and if you can't build cannons on the creep, then it's going to be really difficult to get, you know, cannons in a position that are really going to affect the economy of the Zerg player. But as you can see, Speed Kills is doing a perimeter.
I made a mistake in this game, man. That was just raging. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to. You're supposed to stay calm at all points of the game, and I was like, all right, you're gonna cannon rush me. I'm gonna go back and cannon rush you. You know, like it was a stupid mistake. I let that happen in my base, which was very, very, very poor decision making on my part. But hey, it's a learning experience. I let all my probes die. Well, not all my probes, but most of my probes. And yeah, it was just like I said, very, very. Don't play like me. I'm stupid.
So at this point, you know, Speed Kills his Forge is going to be going down. You know, all the cannon rushes I've ever seen, this is probably one of the sloppiest. I mean, you know, what is this? You know, why do we have 3 pylons in the base? I mean, you know, hey, you never know. You know,
I mean, you might need to supply for the photon cannon. You might need some supply for the cannons, and that's a joke, obviously. But
oh yeah, you know, you do never know when you're gonna. You never want to be supply capped in this game.
Exactly.
This is the boy Schilling is definitely preparing himself. I mean, clearly he's building a massive army. So as we can see, the Zerg players, you know, he's pretty die hard with all these Zerglings, and you can actually see his drone count is. You know, extremely
fantastic.
high.
I mean, I've never seen so many drones in my life.
You know, I've never seen such spot-on larval injects, honestly. And so he tries to. I think at one point he actually tries to overcome my base, but at this point, I'm starting to get. I'm getting big. I got about what is that? About 16 roaches. You know, I got my 2 queens. I got the spine crawlers. My creep is all the way pushed back so that there's no way for them to get cannons any closer than they are now. And this guy's actually just running out of space. I mean, he's not gonna be able to put any cannons down soon. And I just go in and take a look at what's going on, make sure it's something I can still handle. You know, but you know, at this point, Speed Kills is he's been completely wiped out.
Yeah.
However,
so I mean, this is a very old game. Just to put that out there, I was a bit of a noob. But still, I mean, I had to contain on the Zerg player. He handled it very poorly. I mean, he could have easily got a Roach Warren and fixed his economy a bit.
I mean, you know, 680 resources with 3. Oh, there he's finally making some drones.
Yeah. So at this point, I have them completely contained, and I try to do as much damage as possible to help out Premium, but
you know, we were watching a Day 9 daily just the other day, and his advice to 2v2 players is if this happens to anybody, one of the teammates, then their new objective other than winning the game is to die as slowly as possible. And Speed Kills does a phenomenal job at that. I mean, with the resources he had, I mean, making another base and trying to come back, maybe it would have worked, but honestly, you're going to be susceptible to, you know, a small group of Zerglings, and then your whole operation's shut down. So, you know, with what we were working with, this is probably the go-to response, and this is completely shut down this player. He's not going to be able to get any more reinforcements into my base. He's really going to have to start learning how to play Starcraft a little bit better at this point, because, you know, realizing that, oh, wow, a 6 pool doesn't always work. Yeah, it's because it's really a cheap maneuver, and after, you know, some recent patches,
So what I'm trying to do here is bait these Zerglings. I see that, I mean, his economy isn't that great, so I'm guessing he's not that great of a player, so maybe I can take advantage of this and you know, get the Zergling. Oh wow, he's just tearing through this cannon.
At this point, these cannons are posing almost no problems for me. I just go through and I destroy them. I mean, I probably could have taken out the pylons first, but
the pylons would have been a better bet.
This back pylon was just too far for me to get with that big line of cannons. And then I just roll out. You know.
Wow, that is a massive force.
At this point, I'm just, you know, I just go for it. Just go for it. You know, I move in. I start taking them out systematically.
A little bit of a micro error over there. You had your roaches moving without attacking for a second.
So what I did here is I took these 4 roaches and I put them on hold position in case there was any more Zerglings in the area that I didn't know about. Wiped out these ones, and at this point, you know, this is what these players have. Now we're getting a gateway.
Wow.
And a photon cannon, which he's not going to be able to make many more of those after this goes down. So, you know, at this point, there's really nothing that's going to stop this. There's nothing. I mean, if they had, if these guys were better players, maybe they would have said that this would have been the good game. But, speed kills, just coming in, doing harassment. He's completely contained the Zerg player. Gives me enough time to get my army in there. I'm starting to reinforce. As you can see, I'm ready to do battle. I've got the upgrades. I've got the 1 attack upgrade. I think I've got the speed already.
And look at my probe go. I mean, it's a ballsy probe.
This probe is a boss. Now, this probe has probably got 0 kills, but responsible for
look
8,
at that.
6.
It's in the middle of the army, just like.
That's a G.
Yeah,
He's a
exactly.
G. He's chilling. He knows his job has been. His work is done here. So now, at this point, it's just cleanup. I mean, there's really nothing the Brotoss player can do.
I mean, he has that 1 photon cannon, which is very, very scary.
I mean, we're, hopefully, I think I have the numbers to take that out, but we're going to find out. I mean, he has a gateway. He's going for a cybernetics core. Another forge. Probably going to try to cannon rush me again.
Look at that. My probe is in the front lines. It is a boss.
Hopefully, it doesn't get taken out by this. Oh no.
Oh, look at that micro.
Look at that micro. Unbelievable micro. 1 pylon powering all that stuff. And that was it. That's the end of the game. I mean, this is how you deal with cheese, I mean, we had speed kills. He saw what was coming. Yes, we could have responded to it it was our mistake for not for not scouting it earlier, but I mean, it was pretty spot on because he went for a wise use of resources by containing this guy. I mean, maybe had he been a better player, he would have been able to overcome it like I did. But
the main thing to take away from this is, I mean,
don't cheese.
Yeah, don't cheese. 2, don't do what I did. Don't panic. Don't get mad. Stay calm. And honestly, they weren't that great of players, so I could have easily recovered from that and had an army. But instead, I went for the cheese myself, and I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed.
Well, we ended up winning this game. So, I mean, if you guys do get faced with something like this in the ladders, I mean, this is a pretty typical, a good response. I mean, just have one player just put up as much of a fight as possible, take his time until he has nothing left, and by then, the other player on your team should have somewhat of an army like mine, enough, more than sufficient to wipe out both players.
Exactly.
So anyway, this is the Brooklyn Brotoss, and
see you guys next time.
We'll see you guys next time.